another episode of Love, Smile, Bake. Today we're going to focus on decorating cupcakes. And I just wanted to go simple today, so I'm just using the Duncan Hines Yellow Classic Cake Mix. But I do have a recipe you can use if you want to make them from scratch. So let's just get started. So I'm going to be using 1/3 cup of oil. Add that in. 1 cup of water. And then I'm going to add in 3 eggs. I like to add them one at a time in case I get any shell. 3 eggs in, and now I'm just going to wash my hands in case there's any egg on me. And so now you're just going to beat this together. I'm going to use my hand mixer because it's super easy just to have out. So you don't want to wash that big thing. But you can use that if you'd like. So now I'm just going to beat all of my ingredients together. And usually I use a towel over my mixture, but you don't really have to do this because there's a lot of ingredients in here. So, I finished making my batter, but I'm just going to use my trick because it's really handy and I want to get all the batter I can. I'm just going to rise it up, and that would be good. So now all the batter's off. After you do this, and with mine you can just push in and these pop right out. So now would be a good time to preheat your oven to 350 degrees. And I don't really particularly care for washing cupcake tins, so I like to use cupcake liners. Thank you, Aunt Sarah, for these. And so your batter's all mixed together, and I like to use an ice cream scoop, so it's really easy to get your batter in, instead of using spoons and it'll get all messy and all over the pan, so that's what you don't want. So I just take a scoop, put it on the side, so get it off, and then you're just going to fill your cupcake tins. So now I'm just going to put my cupcake tin in the oven after I have them all lined. So I put them in the oven for 18 minutes. It says 18 to 21, so I always put it at the short amount of time because I don't want them to get burned. And it's a school night, so I still have homework to do, so I'm going to use this Pillsbury Funfetti frosting. And it already has the frosting in here, already made, so that's really good. And it has these sprinkles for jazz your cupcakes up a little bit. Out of the oven. And to tell if they're done, you can just press down lightly on them. If they bounce back up, they're done. This side too. Or you can use a toothpick. You can insert a toothpick and it comes out clean, that's good. And also a fork, really anything that skewer, anything. And then I've just set up my frosting station, so once it's cool, I'll show you first. Hi. Welcome back. And I've let my cupcakes cool a little bit. And I just put them on this tray to cool. I just wanted to show you this display. So I put my frosting in a piping bag with a 1M tip to show you how to pipe this way, and in a plastic bag with a 2D tip. And you just want to get your frosting worked up to here so you can be ready to pipe. Also, I still have a little bit extra frosting, so I can use my offset spatula. It has this little curve in it, that's why it can move it also smooth. So those are the ways, but you can also use this. I got this from a decorating bag. So you just move this to wherever your frosting is and then push down with this, and it will pipe out. And I actually use one of these tips. These are one of my favorite tips. There are also these decorating bottles you can use. And they have these nice little caps. And there are also these writing gels. I use these for one of my brother's birthdays so I just wrote out his name in this blue gel. That's why there's not a lot. Oops. Oh, and about no mess, I really did not have a mess on mine at all. And one other way is using parchment paper. And usually parchment paper is all folded up, but this parchment paper is perfect to have no mess on your pans. And I got this nice flat parchment paper from my grandmother. Thank you, Grandma. So now how to do this, you're just going to take one of your cupcakes with this tip. You're just going to do a little dot right there. That looks pretty on its own. But a way to make it even better is to pipe around it this way. Pipe up and just like this. So there's that one. And another way, if you just want to have that little dot, you can just go. You're just going to let it squeeze out for a second. Squeeze out. I'm just waiting about a second or two to let it squeeze out, because these are really nice. Just like this, they kind of look like flowers. So if you want to dye, use food dye on yours or something, you can use them like this, make like a flower bouquet with this. And with the sprinkles, it has little sprinkles like this. So if you're doing it for somebody's birthday or something, and their favorite color is blue, you could put a little blue dot on there and just put little blue dots on all of them. Or little Christmas, red and green, a whole bunch of those. So you can continue on with that pattern. And with this tip, I'm not really sure what to do with this tip, but I'm just going to show you how to do this. So you're just going to, I'm just going to squeeze out and release. Squeeze out and release. Kind of gets a cool shape. Squeeze out and release. Squeeze. So you can do this around a cupcake, but I also want to show you how you can just kind of keep doing this, and that would be a cool flower design too. You could roll it in the sprinkles if you wanted, if you want a whole bunch of sprinkles. Smooth it out with your offset spatula. Do really whatever with this. But then, another way to do it with this tip is this. Another way to do it with this. You just put a little dot right here in the center. Then you're going to go around. You kind of want to put it on its edge so it gets that shape. And release. And if you don't want that release, take this tip and do a release like this. There's this one. And those are just some ways to frost your cupcakes. So I'm just going to finish them up and then, yeah. Thanks so much for watching my video. And if you don't want to go through all the hassle of making all these or making anything really at all, you can contact me at saltmarshcooking.com, and I make pretzels, cookies, cupcakes, cakes, and even savory items. And if you live in the Northampton area or around Northampton, I can just deliver those right to you. So visit me at saltmarshcooking.com and you'll find many more great recipes. Thank you for watching.